Before we get into the video, if you're new to my channel, I'm just a fan who enjoys talking about Star Wars, lightsabers, and everything in between. So make sure to subscribe because only 3% of you have subscribed. Help us get to 400 subscribers, and may the Force be with you.
Hello there.
Hey, what's going on guys? Josh here, and wow, what an episode. If Lucasfilm hasn't realized now that Dave Filoni is the next heir of Star Wars, then I don't know what they're doing over there. But today, I want to talk about Ahsoka going from gray to white. Obviously, spoiler warnings ahead if you haven't watched episode 5 yet. So we know up until now, Ahsoka has had a gray outfit on that we've seen since season 2 of The Mandalorian. But also, her attitude was monotone. She didn't really try, she didn't care even about dying. She just needed something important to do to keep her mind off her regrets. And it's also the reason why she just walked away from Sabine's training. But what made her like this, if people didn't pay close attention, they would have just said she was fine in Star Wars Rebels, but in The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, she's not acting like Ahsoka. But in reality, the GOAT Dave Filoni has had this plan this whole time. You see, the turning point for her was when she fought Vader for the first time. Knowing it was Anakin in Star Wars Rebels, but as she was about to die, Ezra pulled her into the world between worlds, and that changed everything for her. So knowing that she couldn't stop Vader and help her old master really messed her up inside, made her feel like nothing was worth it, until she fought Balin and lost. If you haven't seen my last video talking about how this episode was going to be huge, go check it out, as some of my theories were actually correct. We see Anakin and Ahsoka together, and they look great. This is fan service for all the Clone Wars, Rebels, and Prequels fans, all in one. It's actually crazy, but Anakin tells her he's gonna finish her training whether or not she wants to live or die. And as he draws his blade, the duel begins, and man, it looks great. But it comes to the point where Anakin cuts the bridge and Ahsoka falls into a red mist. But as it clears, we see Phase 1 troopers run past her. She is back in the Clone Wars, and we get to see Anakin in his Clone Wars outfit for the first time ever in live action, and it was insane. I'm sure everyone was jumping out of their seats at this point, but she doesn't understand why she is back in the Clone Wars and why so many soldiers had to die. And just like that, we jump into Ahsoka dueling with her blue lightsabers from season 7 of the Clone Wars. She is in the Battle of Mandalore. They're jumping from place to place, and man, this is awesome. And with Anakin walking up to her, she confronts him about how dangerous he truly was, and basically she regrets the fact that she could have stopped him during that time, but ignored all the signs. Anakin turns to her angered she's not getting the point to this training. He draws his episode 3 lightsaber, and it's red. And once again, it looks insane, along with his Sith red eyes, and they start dueling, of course. Anakin has the upper hand, and Force pushes her into the cloud of smoke, to which they return to the world between worlds. And they finish dueling. Ahsoka gets the upper hand and tells Anakin she chooses life and wants to live again. It's an awakening for herself with the Force. Then Anakin disappears just like that. There's still a lot of controversy whether or not that was actually the world between worlds or not. And I believe, like in my video, it wasn't. I think it was the Force challenging her, helping her, using Anakin's Force to help her move on, that he's okay thanks to his son Luke Skywalker. I would love to see Luke and Ahsoka talking about it, but hopefully in the future we can see it. But this is the turning point again for her, Ahsoka. She went from a gray embodiment of the Force back to the light embodiment of the Force. Her outfit changed to a white, which looks really sick, and her attitude and demeanor changed. She feels and is stronger than ever before. She knows what she must do and how to do it, and will defeat Balin and Thrawn once and for all. This is definitely used from the series Lord of the Rings, but I loved it then and I loved it now. Dave did a good job, and I can't wait to see Ahsoka's true power and attitude with the Force. And we also get to see a little bit of Force action from Jason Syndulla. It was cool to see, but it would also be cool if Ahsoka took him as her Padawan. But we will see. Maybe he will go to train with Luke, but we will never know until Lucasfilm creates it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe to join the council, and as always, we will see you in the next video. May the Force be with you. Peace.
This is the